After 50, you start seeing life differently. It's not about how many people like you anymore. It's about how many people bring you peace. You stop chasing applause, you start chasing silence. You stop chasing drama, you start chasing sunsets. Because after 5 decades of living, loving, losing, and learning, you finally realize peace is the real luxury. When you're young, you think time is infinite. You waste it worrying about opinions, gossip, competition, and trends. But one day, you wake up and realize you've been spending your life surviving storms that were never yours to fight, and you say to yourself, no more. At 50, you're done explaining who you are. You've earned your stripes, not by being perfect, but by being resilient. Every scar, every gray hair, every quiet night at home, it's proof you fought battles no one even saw. You've outgrown chaos, you crave simplicity, you crave authenticity. You crave people who make you feel light, not drained. It's funny, you used to think being busy meant being successful. Now you know being calm means being wise. You used to think being invited meant being valued. Now you know being at peace means you chose yourself. You used to care about keeping everyone happy. Now you just want your soul to rest easy. Somewhere along the way, something changes. You stop chasing, you start choosing, you stop reacting, you start reflecting. You stop talking to prove your worth and start listening to protect your peace. There's a quiet power in saying no, no to gossip, no to pointless arguments, no to energy vampires who drain your spirit, no to fake smiles that hide resentment, no to shoulds that don't align with your truth. You realize peace isn't found in pleasing others, it's found in respecting yourself. At 50, your priorities change. You want fewer people, but deeper connections. You want fewer things, but higher quality. You want fewer words, but more meaning. Because everything shallow fades fast, but peace? Peace stays. You stop entertaining drama. Not because you're cold, but because you're finally warm enough inside to not need external fire. You stop arguing with people committed to misunderstanding you. You stop trying to fix people who enjoy being broken. You stop chasing love that feels like confusion. You stop forcing what's not meant to flow. Maybe once you used to feel guilty for not attending every family event. Now you know peace sometimes means saying, "No, I'm staying home tonight." Maybe you used to join every conversation just to fit in. Now you'd rather be quiet, because silence speaks louder than noise. Maybe you used to tolerate disrespect in the name of kindness. Now you've learned boundaries are kindness too. The truth is, peace doesn't look glamorous on social media. It's not loud. It's not flashy. It's waking up without anxiety. It's sitting on your porch with coffee, watching the sunrise and thinking, I'm okay. It's realizing you don't need everyone to understand your journey. It's enough that you do. They say wisdom comes with age, but real wisdom comes with release. Releasing expectations, releasing grudges, releasing the need to control outcomes, releasing people who only show up when it benefits them. You learn to stop rewriting chapters that were meant to end. You stop reopening wounds that finally healed. You stop trying to fit into spaces you've outgrown. Because after 50, you realize not everyone deserves a front row seat to your peace. You've spent decades working, raising families, surviving heartbreak, building your name, proving your worth. Now it's your time to live with intention. You don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing peace. You don't need validation for wanting quiet nights. You don't have to justify cutting ties with negativity. You're not antisocial. You're selective with your energy. You're not boring. You're healed. Imagine this. You're at a dinner and people start gossiping instead of joining in. You excuse yourself politely. You drive home, put on music you love, and feel that peace wrap around you like a blanket. That's maturity. That's strength. That's choosing joy over judgment. When you're young, you want to be seen. When you're older, you want to be understood. But at 50, you just want to be at peace. You've learned that the loudest people often have the emptiest hearts. And that quiet joy is the ultimate rebellion in a noisy world. You stop letting small things ruin big days. You stop replaying old mistakes like broken records. You stop seeking closure from people who don't have the capacity to give it. Because closure isn't something they give you, it's something you give yourself. You close the chapter, you forgive yourself, and you move forward with peace as your compass. You look at your life now and realize the best things aren't things. They're mornings without stress, evenings without guilt, friends who understand without words, and moments where you can just breathe. Life after 50 isn't about slowing down. It's about waking up. It's about realizing you don't have to prove you're strong anymore. You've already survived what would have broken others. Now strength looks like softness, power looks like peace. So if you're over 50 and tired of drama, congratulations. You're finally living. You've earned the right to walk away, to unplug, to protect your energy, to choose peace without guilt. Let the world chase chaos. You chase calm. Let others fight online. You fight for your mental clarity. Let them gossip. You grow. Because at 50 and beyond, your mission isn't to impress, it's to express. To live authentically. To love intentionally. To laugh freely. To rest fully. And if anyone calls that boring, smile because they're still chasing what you've already found. So keep growing. Keep glowing. And keep choosing peace over pressure. Because the real glow up is growing old without growing bitter.